So I lucked up on a trip to Aldi and I was able to get two things that I was looking for. Well, three things I was looking for. Two of which are the obelisks that were 9.99. Fortunately, when I walked in, I saw one greenhouse, y'all, and I was able to snag it. And I am completely stoked about it. And the other two things that I mentioned wanting but forgetting about was the obelisk. I wasn't sure exactly where I was going to use them. I know I had an idea of putting one in the butterfly garden and then using another one to grow a Jamaican sorrel plant or a hibiscus. So that was the intention there. But anyway, I didn't look for them. And as I was getting ready to check out, there was a guy walking in and he had two of them and he was returning them. He said there was nothing wrong with them. He just bought way too many. And he was going to return them, and I elected to let him go first so I could just take his two returns for the win and check out with all of the items that I was purchasing. I was really excited about everything that I got, and I decided to put this together and get this set up because I am looking forward to having the roselle that I got in a 15-gallon pot with the obelisk. And then I have yet to determine what I'm going to do with the other one. I'm going to see if my mom wants to use it somewhere for something that she has growing on in the front yard in her bed. But other than that, this is it. The entire thing took me about roughly maybe about an hour to put together, give or take. And that was just because I was fumbling with getting at least one part set. And I had tried to use the planter right there to hold it, but it was a little bit too small. So I didn't have the additional, dare I say, hands or support in putting this together. And then there was the element of the rain that I could feel, or I'm not sure if it was going to rain or what the deal was, because this particular day I did not look at the weather. And this was just something I had done a while back, and I'm just finally getting around to talking about it. But so far, putting it together was relatively easy. You start with the top and you work your way down. The guy that I got it from, who was making the return, suggested that you put it together as you go. And I could not see myself doing that as I was putting this together. I don't know, maybe um, someone else would have maybe a better idea of that for me. But at the time, like when I was putting this together, I could not see wanting to deal with the bands and fighting with it when it's already in place on a plant. So it is my sincere hope that my plant grows as tall as the obelisk anyway, because I set it to full height, and I believe it goes up to 6 feet. And I'm hoping that plant will grow up to be that tall, and it will have all the support that it needs. So I know I need a pot big enough for the weight of the obelisk. So I decided I was going to use a 15-gallon pot, but I was going to save myself some soil and make sure that when I put in the roselle, that it was going to be around the deeper side of the pot where it would have access to more soil. I took the time to look up to see how deep the soil needed to be for the plant. So I'm just going to make sure I plant it opposite side of the pot that I turned upside down. And this is just another way sometimes that I save soil. And so here I'm just finishing it, and I'm going to get some more soil that I have over off camera, and I'm getting the amendments and all of that for the plant. So I decided that I wanted to have an nasturtium pot, and I want it hanging. I have a hook that I can use in the garden. It had a pepper plant hanging on it last year. So this year I want to have some hanging flowers and colors. And I'm going to do that with nasturtiums. And I'm cleaning up as I go and forgetting where I put the seeds. And I finally come back with them. And I put a moderate amount at first, but I have so many seeds that accidentally fell into the water that I was soaking the seeds in, that I just am going to eventually put way too many in this one pot after I hang it. And then I even threw some over in the butterfly area because I know that soil is not amended. In fact, over there is a Texas measly sage, I believe, that's growing back. And now I am up potting my mullein. I want it to have the best chances. And as you can see, it has a little bit of damage on it already. So there's definitely something in it. I didn't find anything, but I didn't really roughhouse it. I am hoping that it will grow big and have lots of space in that pot. I grew mullein last year, but I don't remember my mullein looking this way. And in fact, I was mistaken and thought that was a comfrey plant that was just sickly looking, but it wasn't. So I am trying to cover my little plant because it's already damaged, and I'm changing things to the butterfly area. I want to add a bigger planter, so I'm seeing how much soil I have left. And as of editing this video, that planter still is not complete. Just because now I don't want to use any soil to fill it up. So eventually I will get more soil because I will probably grow my calendulas in there. Um, or some other plant over there, but I'm still fleshing out how the butterfly area is going to look. And I'm just cleaning up my mess and resetting what I can because the wind comes through, and as you can see, what what you can see of the greenhouse, the wind blows the plants down, it blows the pots down, and there I go putting the rest of the nasturtium seeds just somewhere anywhere, and I'm gonna hope they start. I finally got around to determining what I was gonna do with the 3 pots in the front. In fact, they are very root bound. The lavender has managed to put its taproot through that pot as well as the Melissa lime, and I don't know what to do with rue over there to the right. So thanks for hanging out with me while I get a couple of garden tasks done. Was really looking forward to having that obelisk, and I'm glad I was able to find it. In fact, I got 2 of them. I hope that your garden is coming to all of your heart's desires. If you found this content helpful or if you enjoy it at all, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Have a great day